This playthrough is rated E for everyone.
Ka Dingle appears before us. Time to fight the demons once and for all. But you know what the best time to do right now is? Side quests! Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Wild Arms. In the last episode, we got we dealt with Lady Harkin. We saved her, we beat her, killed her, then saved her, then found out she has amnesia, so hopefully that works out well. Then we got every single rune in the game unlocked. So now we can just kind of pick and choose what we want to choose, although realistically, you're going to go use the Hope rune, the Love rune, and the Crow's rune. Those are the best runes in the game. However, maybe I should go over what those runes do for those who are more curious about them. Also, off screen, I ended up getting a level for Jack and Cecilia. I tried not to, but every time I was fighting the Stronkers or whatever for their cross cloaks, I was parrying them pretty regularly to where I was killing them by accident. And I'd finish battles where I'd only steal like one cross cloak and finish them off. So, oh well, not a big deal. But I got a bunch of those. I'm going to sell those because I do want to build up my arms. Really, money in this game is mainly to buy either goat dolls for instant death, because there's a lot of enemies near the end of the game, whether it be final dungeon or bonus stuff, where the enemies can possibly one-shot you. And unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is in this game. Now, you could just gain a crap ton of levels, which would also work, but I'm trying not to level grind in this game, so. But anyway, let's sell all those cross cloaks. I would say buy quite a few goat dolls for the end game, or at least the bonus content, the side quest stuff. So let's go ahead and upgrade our arms really quick, and then I want to go over the runes and their details. So, all right. Let's build up Wild Bunch a couple of spots. I want to max it out because it does do a lot of damage. It's definitely a single targeting weapon because it's... Don't worry about its percentage. It can only go up to 59%. And you're basically wasting money on that. This is a weapon you use when you have lock on. See, I think it's 7,000 for the first. 10,000. And then 15,000 for the next jump up. 20,000. 30,000, 45,000, and then finally 65,000 to max it out at 380. So yeah, save this for lockup. And then phaser, I want to add a couple bullets, 7,000, and then 10,000 for another bullet. And then let's get its hit percentage up a little bit. Phaser can actually get its hit percentage up to 99%. So if you never want to worry about lockdown, you can. I don't know if I'm actually going to max it out at 99%, because you can still use phaser with Fury Shot. I think getting at 93% is a pretty good. Actually, let's get one more. Get it up at 95%, so I have a pretty low percentile chance of missing. And then we'll get our thing refilled. But yeah, that's pretty much money for the rest of the game. It's going to be that. Okay, so for our first side quest, let's head on to the arena. We could have done this a lot earlier, but I wanted to wait till we got the final runes of the game. But yeah, you could challenge this a little bit earlier, and there's some decent rewards for it. But it's a bit challenging, and you kind of need goat dolls to really survive it anyway. So, without like really, really good luck, basically. RNG. So you could have, hopefully, your luck stats maxed out, which I've already done that. Okay, so before we start the actual arena itself, I just want to have the dungeon music play because I really like it. Okay, let's go over the runes really quick. This will give you an idea of, let's see, is everything arranged? Okay, ooh, we got some secret signs. Let's use that on, if you didn't want to use it on Cosmic Nova, which if you're going for pure damage in the game, there's one trickster we haven't got yet, or trickster, one it's actually better, but I prefer Cosmic Nova just for random battles. If you're going for single targeting before the end of the game, Magnafang's not too bad. And then we got Divide Shot is here, which will actually, I've never actually used that, but weirdly enough for the arena, Divide Shot's probably one of the best abilities when we're actually in the arena itself. So let's see. Oh yeah, let's see. We could use some apples while we're here. Why not? Let's get some sorcery. Actually, how is your... I mean, our sorcery is already pretty good, but it's not maxed out, so let's just get that. I wish I could get 2 points per apple, but it's 1 or 2. It's usually 1 or 2 when you get that. Yeah, let's raise Cecilia's actually vitality a little bit. Oh, I thought I had a... Okay. Yeah, do that. Power apple. Yeah, I go with Jack on that one. Agile apple. Probably... well, obviously you probably want Jack just to go first, but Cecilia is also a pretty good candidate for agility apples too, actually. Let's see, anything else? Nope. At some point I will explain like where you can get apples if you're trying to grind. If you don't want to grind for max levels but you want to grind for apples, I'll go over that as well. But anyway, okay, so for runes, there's actually the runes work on a percentage since when it comes to building up your stuff. Okay, let's go with the top. So we got the castle rune here. That is Zeldukes. You can get that from using the secret tool. Give the secret tool to Tom near the end of the game. What it does is it raises your vitality by 40%, and it raises your, if you use it as a summon effect, the standard summon raises your defense by 25%, and then if you high summon it raises your defense by 50%, and that works for the rest of the battle unless the character dies. And then we got the Chrono rune, which I've got on Cecilia here. That one is found in the Illusion Temple in the Rings of Time Space if you use the Dispellado on it. That's Dan Duram. It raises your sorcery by 50% when you use the Chronos rune, which is why I give it to Cecilia. When used as a summon, it does holy damage. Next one is, Courage. Whoops, didn't mean to auto-equip, but it doesn't matter. I've got the best equipment anyway. Courage. The Cowardly Dog. No, that's a different series. Anyway, that's Justine. She raises your sorcery or strength by 20%, vitality by 10%, resistance by 30%. Does holy damage when summoned as a item. Then we've got the Death rune. What that does is that's Gay Rambos, Ramtos. Sorry, looking at my notes there. Found in the Maze of Death when collapsing, which can be missed. Raise your sorcery by 30%. Its summon does instant death. Low percentage at regular, and then high summon raises your instant death percentage by I think like 20% or 25%, something like that. I almost never use the death rune because I'd rather just do damage to the enemy than try to hope for the chance to instant dies, and it doesn't work on bosses. So anyway, Earth rune, which is Gear Jeff. Or Garjeff, or Gurjeff, whatever. Received in the Guardian Temple, can give vitality, 10% vitality when equipped. Does earth damage when summoned. Then we got the Fire rune, which is Moa Galt. Received in the Guardian Temple, raises your strength by 10%. Does fire damage when summoned. Then we got the Flash rune, which is Flash rune. Raises your that's Stare Row, can found in the Pleasing Guardians teleport maze. Raises your strength by 10%. Vitality 10%, resistance by 10%, does thunder damage when summoned as an ally. We got the Hades rune, which is found in which is Durus Drum Durus Drum found in Della Metilica. Raise your sorcery by 40%, does evil damage when summoned. Then we got the Heavens rune, which is a Solus Emsu, found on the deserted island southeast of Arctica, which raises your strength by 10%, sorcery by 20%, resistance by 10%, does holy damage when summoned. We got the Hope rune, which is I've given it to Rudy. That raises, received by the Baskar Pyramid if you have the Love and Courage runes, which is a fear. Raise your strength by 20%, vitality by 20%, sorcery by 10%, resistance by 10%. If you raise your stat, well, I've mentioned this before, but if you raise your resistance stat, it raises your response, raises your parry stat. If you raise your sorcery, raises your magic resistance. If you raise your vitality, raises your defense. Strength will raise your attack power, so forth and so on. Let's see, ice. We got the ice rune, which is Aru Salato, found in the snow ravine on the island north of Antarctica. Raise your strength by 20%, and the vitality response is raised by 10%. Does water damage. Life rune, which is weaker version of the Hope rune in all intents purposes. Life rune is found in the Forest Prison. Raises your strength by 20% and vitality by 20%. Heals the parties and cures status on both summons. High summon just heals it more. I think it's the same with the Castle Rune, 25%. Or not 25%. It does like, actually, I think it heals you like 1,000 or 1,200 or something like that. I almost never use the life rune until like the end of the game, and then by that point I'm using the love rune instead when you get it. So love rune, which I tend to give to Jack just because of his speed. It's just a better version of the life rune. But anyway, that's Reftini, received after defeating Elizabeth in Vauldemare's lab. Raise your strength by 5%, vitality 20%, sorcery by 30%, and then response by 5%. Heals the party on the regular summon, and on the high summon it actually drains attack power from the enemy, and it can randomly drain attack. It basically does the not dispel, banish spell on people, which I'll actually show off today. And then it can randomly insta kill too, but I prefer the regular summon effect. 1, because it's a lower force, it's only 2, and 3 and 4 it's kind of overkill really. It's like almost not necessary. But anyway, we also got the Saint rune here, which is Eora Pao, received in the Saint Centaur after it's attacked, gets strength 20%, does holy damage. The Summit rune, which is Denogenos, found on Mount Zanam, raise your vitality by 20%, does earth damage. And then we got the Sword rune, which is Equestus, found in the ancient altar north of the Giant's Cradle, raise your strength by 40%, does holy damage when summoned. The Thunder rune, which is Shaka, or Shax, I mean, sorry. You get that on the Sweet Candy near when we're on Port Timney. Raise your response by 20%, does thunder damage. Got the Triton rune, which is Lucadia, found in the Dragon Shrine. Raise your vitality and sorcery by 20%, does water damage when summoned. Then we got the Water rune, which is a weaker version of Triton. Where are you? Stoldark, found in the Sealed Library, does raise your sorcery by 10%. Does water damage when summoned. And then finally the Wind rune, which is Fingalin, received in the Guardian Temple, response by 10%, does wind damage when summoned. Okay, the arena, which can be done like as soon as you got a boat when you get here. But like I said, a lot of the enemies that you can fight here can one-shot you. So I'd wait till either higher level or have enough goat dolls to where you can actually buy them again effectively. Because remember, the game only gives you 3 goat dolls till you find the black market. After that, you either have to steal them from a certain enemy or you can buy them. So anyway, this is Arena Survival. The entry fee is 1,000 gil. Dormant, sure. Now the arena can be suffered from RNG, so you have to be careful. But anyway, when we go to the arena, we fight multiple boss battles back to back, 4 of them, so they can be a bit dangerous. Depending on what level at or what runes you've got, some enemies can be easier than others. Like we got Medea here. So Medea is level 30. He's got 10,000 HP. He's got 75 MP. He's weak to Holy, which is good for us. He drops 2,500 experience, 900 Gela. He can also be trickstered into Nectar. He's got 4 abilities. He can zero armor attack for 1,000 damage when he hits because it reduces your defense to 0. He's got Human Experimentation, which will do a multitude of random status afflictions to an ally, which can be really annoying. He can High Heal, which will heal him completely for 9,999. And then he's got High Flame, which will do about 400 damage to your target, except for maybe Cecilia. It'll probably do no damage to her. This guy, you can either, depending on your level, you could either just defend until you get the force at level 2 and then just summon your summons and that'll finish him off because of the damage you'll do. At lower levels, you probably want to equip Full Libra on Cecilia so she doesn't get infected with Human Experimentation. But in this case, I'm just going to give her the Necronomicon. That'll give someone Pouch just to get a little extra cash. You could probably give Full Libra to someone else if you... depending on how you want to do this. Where's the pouch again? There it is. The only thing I hate about this, the glitches in the only thing I hate about Wall Arms is the random glitches. I don't know if you noticed during my playthrough, there's been multiple sound effects that'll just, like, sounds will disappear or random sounds will blare out. It's just a part of the game. That's just how it is. I don't know why. So this game is not very well optimized. You could use Holy Ring, but the guy Medea is actually got a really high response rate, so he's probably gonna be dodging your attacks quite a bit. So, all right. So for this fight, since I'm at a pretty high sorcery for Cecilia, I'm not going to do my standard strategy. Like, if you were at low levels, I would actually try divide shot on him, because this will actually work on most of the enemies here, because it does it cuts your enemy's HP in half. But since this guy only has 10,000 HP, I can just do an ability like Psycho Crack, because your sword attacks will auto hit. They're guaranteed to hit. So, and I'm just going to saint him and finish him off in one shot, or well, maybe not one shot. I'm just doing Psycho Crack so I can actually guarantee to hit him, since this guy could possibly dodge. If you're at lower levels, do the whole armor down, speed down type of thing. Oh, already gained a level. Yeah, do the whole armor down, speed down, high shield, stuff like that. But this guy's pretty quick. You should be able to finish him off in 1 or 2 turns, depending on your level. Bravo, Duke Boguchi is pleased with the fight. He's actually waiting your next match. You'll fight again, won't you? Sure I will. If you decide to fight him and leave, let me look up the rewards. You get 10 healing berries, a goat doll, and a lucky card if you just decide to leave. And you could do that if you want to get a bunch of lucky cards, especially at your level. You can just do that over and over and over again. If you want to get, although there's, well, I don't know if I'd say an easier way, because there's an enemy that drops, or that you can trickster lucky cards from, which maybe I'll try to show that either today or a bonus episode or something like that, because it's really random to try and find them. Well, random as in you just have to wait until you get them. So, but anyway, let's fight. Here are the challengers who care less about life. Here they are now, the survival arena. Fight, ready, go! Alright, the first guy wasn't too bad. The second guy is a little bit more difficult, because this guy hits pretty hard. This is one of the first guys where you might want to have goat dolls equipped on your characters, because he has 2 attacks that can really hurt you, and I hate the fact that I do have to kind of base it on goat dolls, because there is a bit of RNG involved for this fight. So, okay, so bad news, which he is bad news really when you think about it, is level 40. He's got 40,000 HP, no MP, he's weak to nothing. He drops 5,000 experience, 1,000 Gela. You can actually trickster secret signs from you, but you want. I wouldn't do that unless you're just a really high level and you're just trying to grind secret signs, but you can only get 1 from him. He's got his physical attack, which can do about 2,000 damage depending on your level. He's got an ability called brutal attack, which can do 3,000 damage, and he's got an ability called fatal attack, which has a chance of just instant killing you. So that's kind of annoying. Okay, so for Rudy, I want to phaser him. And then for Jack, I actually want to use Divide Shot on him. And then for Cecilia, I want to try and slow down him. The only other strategy would be just to high shield the crap out of yourselves and just keep doing that over and over and over again until he does like no damage. So it's up to you. I prefer trying to get slow down first, just so I can actually, prepare my fights against this guy. So, all right, let's see if he how much damage he does. Ah, he one-shot Jack. Nuts. Well, still, I get my turn. Yeah, the thing about the goat dolls is that you can continue going. That's why, that's why goat dolls are almost ban-worthy for like some playthroughs, just because it basically. Of course, it didn't work. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'll do that again. But yeah, Divide Shot, if it works, will just do 9,999 damage every time until you hit a certain spot. So let me try slowing down. Oh, right, he doesn't have his goat doll anymore. So. Yeah, goat dolls kind of make a lot of fights kind of like almost jokes, really. But I hate the fact I have to base my strategy off something like this, like RNG, basically. See, and that would have killed her. So this should do 9,009 if it hits. Yep. There we go. Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can heal, I guess. Yeah, I really hate basing a lot of my strategy on this, and unfortunately most guides suggest it. The only other way to not use goat dolls is just to grind your levels so high. But goat dolls only cost 1,500 MP, so it's or gold, so it's like, well, what do you do, Let's arm lock or wild bunch, and then we'll divide shot again and try to heal, I guess. I think he should almost be dead. Yeah, okay. I should finish him off with a brutal shots. Or wild bunch is pretty powerful. Oh, or not. I just got an insta killer again. And that's all there's like, unless I get really lucky and cast high shield every single turn, I just have to go with goat dolls. Like, I kind of hate that actually. It just seems so cheap. Let's just finish him off with a physical attack. Although our turn's almost over, so let's see. We go before him anyway, so I'll just have Rudy hit him with a. Actually, his physical attack will probably do enough damage. Let's go with a. Actually, and I don't have enough for no, because we died. Because if you die, you lose your force. That's the only bad thing about getting hit by that. So I was gonna let's see. Oh, since actually we're gonna get our turn. Let me Necronomicon so I can heal up completely. Finish off with you. I'm just gonna use a magic carrot on myself, and then remedy. I mean, you could also like try to. Oh, huh? Shouldn't that have done enough damage? Okay. Alright, well, that'll work then, I guess. I could have swore that would be enough damage to finish him off. Okay, well, let me heal blade him, and then we'll... well, I was just trying to finish him off. I thought I could do enough damage to him, so I'll just physically attack him. Well, I'm dragging this fight out a little bit longer than I should have. I thought I was going to do enough damage to finish him off. There we go. That should finish him off. Alright, got that. But yeah, unfortunately, goat dolls are kind of in-game powerful to the point of ridiculousness. It seems that everyone was captivated by the fight. The battle was even fierce enough for Fuguchi. Live life to the fullest. Challenge the next round. I can do that. Let's see. If you leave after fighting this guy, after you're beating Bad News, you get a Power Apple, Mystic Apple, and Hardy Apple, and an Agile Apple, as well as your other rewards, too. So, yeah, let's do that. Looking forward to a good fight. Now the survivor area ready. Fight! Alright, this guy's can be bad if we get a bit unlucky. However, depending on how things go, we might actually be fine here. So let's go with Phaser. This guy's the same thing. If you don't have what I have, or if you want to go with more solid, you can do the whole armor down, slow down, shield, hyper, all that. But we're going to do Divide Shot, but we're going to use a spell I almost never use, because it doesn't work as often, but this guy's kind of susceptible to this, and it's Banish. What this does is it lowers your HP and your ability, so it reduces your stats by a lot if you do this. Before he's affected, though, this guy's level 50. He's got 40,000 HP, no MP. He's got no weaknesses. Drops 10,000 experience, 15,000 Gela. He doesn't drop anything. And he can be trickstered into Ambrosias, but there's a better spot to get Ambrosias than trying to trickster from him. He can physically attack you. He can use an ability called Anti-Matter Bomb, which does about 15,000 to 2,000 damage to everyone in the party. And he can also inflict disease on you, too. So, anyway, let's try banishing him and see if we can get that to work the first try. Yeah, Divide Shot is a kind of a godsend for this battle because just how much damage you do. Alright, come on, banish. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, come on. Every playtest I've done, you have a 95% to hit. Okay. Anyway, Meteor Divide Shot. Let's try banishing again, shall we? When I playtest this, I got this the first try. Now you can't beat him without banishing him. It's just banishing him makes this fight a lot easier. There's disease. Ow. Are you gonna work now? What the heck, game? He is susceptible to it, by the way, viewers. Wow, I'm just getting really, really unlucky today, huh? Okay, fine. Let's see, where is It's just divide shot again. I mean, he's almost dead now. Like, banish is kind of pointless at this point. Oh, you gotta hit Jack again? Oh, that's funny. Now, what banish does is it actually shrinks the enemy, and it reduces their stats by quite a bit. There we go. Well, now now there's no point. This guy's basically a joke at this point. And then we can just, yeah. And we actually do quite a bit of damage now to him, so. Yeah, I kind of want to have him healed. This guy's not really weak to anything, so it really doesn't matter what I... Actually, let's Mystic another magic carrot. This guy won't do as much damage now that he's banished. God. See, I told you I'm at the mercy of RNG in this game. Oh yeah, and his stats reduced by all his stats reduced, I think by 25 or 50% or something crazy like that. Oh, Cecilia doing her little dance. So that guy can either be easy or hard depending on when you fight him. I mean, I guess you could say that with any enemy, really. Think about it. Somebody stop these maniacs! All of you attack with such pleasure! No monster don't match for you. You'll miss unstoppable. There's no way you can stop now, right? So if you beat this guy and you quit, you get 5 potion berries, 3 secret signs, 10 magic carrots, and an ambrosia, which a lot of people kind of like stopping there because you get the 3 secret signs for that one. And it's different. You don't get a combination of all the ones from the previous ones. It just depends on when you stop as your rewards, so they change. But yeah, this one I like just because you get the secret signs, so you can just do that and just lower all of Jack's like attacks to like 1. So, you know, and you can keep doing this over and over and over again. The only cost is like surviving to this point and paying the 1,000 Gela. So that it's a way to like grind without like trying to grind for experience, because the guys gave a decent amount, but not that much. But I'm not going to do that, but I just wanted to mention it. But anyway, yeah, let's keep going. Because you need to unlock another battle later on. You need to actually do the whole arena. Who knows what's going to happen in the next arena survival? Ready, go! So this one's actually can be really tough. Just because this guy has an insta kill just like all the other enemies. So yeah, unfortunately I have to goat doll everyone, otherwise there's a chance because this guy, the Riversider, this guy's actually really tough. Even when you get to him, even if you have really good strategy, just because of his stats overall. So, all right, the Riversider, he is level 60. He has 65,535 HP. He's got no MP. He's weak to fire, but unless your sorcery is like maxed out, it'll do like almost no damage because his magic resistance I think is maxed out 999. He drops 20,000 experience, 10,000 Gela, and he can be trickstered into secret signs. But because of when you fight him, I'd rather not worry about trying to trickster it from him. He's got an ability other than having high magic and physical resistance. Is really other than have really high response. So she's always going to go first. She has an ability called brutal blow, which will do 5,000 damage to one of you, which is really annoying. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what else to really mention about her. And that is a woman. That's a woman? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if there's anything other than her regular attacks. Now I just save. You'll probably end up using her guardians here for this fight. So yeah, let's go with Phaser to try and hit her. Really, the big thing about this fight is divide shot. That's really what you want to do for this. Now, there's a couple ways you could go with Riversider. You could basically just you could try to slow her down, or just keep casting high shield over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until she does like no damage. So that's kind of like a lot of people also try to strategize and just shielding Rudy over and over and over again and get him to range level 3 so you can cast Protectorate, because Protector will do like no damage to him. So it really depends on your strategy. You could also go with if you want to try to go first, you could try slow down, armor down, hyper. That strategy is solid. Like I said, a lot of people just go with high shield over and over and over again. So I want to see if I can get if I can get slowdown on her, because slowdown I'll be fast enough to be able to get my turns before her if I do that. The only problem I don't like about slowdown is that it is RNG based, because there is a chance I might not tag her with it. All right, I did get one shot at least. Just keep dividing shotting with the. It didn't work. Dang it. I hate that. I really do. I hate that it just can possibly miss, and that's just how it is. All right, let's try it again. I've got goat dolls on, so I can just keep doing it. Up here's the brutal blow. Show without the damage there. Yeah, look at that. Like, that's so unfair. At least if I slow her down, I can possibly not have to resort to goat dolls. Although she'll still get. There we go. Finally got that going at least. Let's see, phaser again. Divide, yeah, just keep dividing shot with Jack. There's really all you can really do with that. So, oh right, I gotta put goat dolls again. Really, it's the brutal shot that is pretty much what I have to suffer from. So, yeah, let's see if we can try to heal. So. Yeah, really divide shot's your best bet in this fight. I was hoping to heal, so I wouldn't have to waste a goat doll. Yeah, just keep dividing shotting. I don't know what else to really say. Oh yeah, let's try to get a. I guess we could try to get high shield going. This is how you're probably going to be able to survive this at lower levels. Is I might kill her. Oh nope, not quite. Yeah, just keep phasering. So. Now looks like her response is kind of in that like weird. Yeah, see, that's why I would just divide shot, because and the only reason to use arm is arm negates defensive capabilities. So now we can use arm lock with a wild bunch. Oh yeah, let's go and summon Guardian just so I can actually heal. Although she's almost dead anyway, so. Well, there you go. I mean, I guess I could make the rest of the battles in the game like almost super easy, because like I said, just put goat dolls on everyone and that's pretty much it. And technically, I think I'm trying to remember how stat-wise it goes with the goat doll, if you actually technically die or not, because there you go. There goes the river walker, river sire. I mean. Wow, what a winning streak! Even Duke Bergucci is speechless. Survival Arena, we wait your challenge. Bring your friends and family to participate in this brutal event. And we get a duplicator, 3 nectar, and a full Libra. I actually want to do this battle again one more time to get a third full Libra, but I'll do that off screen. That way it can actually, because yeah, you know, being able to take normal status is can be really useful. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no extra dialogue for beating the arena. So, all right, let's go to our next side objective for this. Let's see. Do I want to go get a couple more goat dolls? Yeah, I probably should do that. Because like I said, RNG, man, RNG. Okay, let's head back to Aldehyde, just heal and get my fill up my ammo and stuff like that. Double check my luck. Yeah, I need, let's see. I need 2 or 3 more duplicators for what I want. So... And I'll show you a place where you can actually get duplicators if you don't want to find the... Actually, I think I've... Other than doing that battle where you have to fight that, there's an enemy that drops them. The problem with them is they're a little tough, and you have to trickster them, so it's a little annoying. At least, let me double check my... I believe it was... You had to trickster them for that. Let me see. Let's see. No, they can get them dropped too, but they're tough to fight though. That's the only problem with them. Actually, maybe I was trying to think of maybe if I should just show again. Well, I don't need the duplicators right now. I'll show you why I'll need the duplicators, but right at this moment. So, do I have enough to? I said I might just upgrade my phaser to max so I don't actually miss anymore. 95% I missed. Ugh. Yeah, can you max out my hit percentages, please? I really hate doing this, but it just pisses me off. And the thing is, I can still possibly miss. It's not 100%. So, oh well. Alright, so now we got a couple of optional battles we can do right now. So let me look at my... I'm gonna try to do this without goat dolls if I can really do it. So okay, so for this one, we need to have fixed. We need to fix the Drake by this point, and yeah, remember how a while back we were actually. I can't cast that well. Nope, I didn't think so. Let's see. I think it's about. Well, there's a couple of good spots you could do this at. It has to be on the inner sea. I tend to go into the deep area of the sea. We're trying to find a very specific individual, and you probably all know what... I'm not going to cut these out because I'm just going to run away. Yeah, too bad you can't cast invisibility on yourself on the boat, so you don't have to worry about random battles. I would just go into the deep part of the water. I don't know if that's specific. A lot of people say it's like, oh, you have to go to this part, or you have to go to this spot. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's kind of random where it goes. I wish there was a guaranteed spot like, oh, this spot will get you the encounter you want. You'll know when you get it when we find it. Here we go. I don't know if it's right here specifically. I know it just has to be the inner sea of some spot. I just prefer the dark waters. Seem to be I have better luck there. Something is rising from the depths. What is it? Is it Leviathan? Well, you're correct. For boss battle against Leviathan, that uses the standard battle music? Yeah, it does. Weird. Okay. Yeah, it just uses the regular battle music. I don't know why. Okay, so Leviathan, yeah, is one of the golems. That's the one who destroyed the sweet candy the first time. And the only way to gain access is to donate 30,000 to the town of Aldehai to get the Drake to come in to fix the sweet candy so you can actually fight Leviathan. This is an optional boss. You do not have to fight her or fight it, but it's definitely worth getting, or fighting in this case, because of the rewards you get from it. So, Leviathan has 55,000 HP, 30,000 experience, 8,000 Gela, and could drop drops a pretty good item, and is weak to Thunder. His attack is 12,000 damage when it hits basic, and he also has an ability called Reactor Torpedo and Trident, which are, I believe they're water. Let me double check. One of them is water elemental. Not all of them are water elemental. Only some of them are. And yeah, this is one of the many optional golem fights, because you can beat the game without dealing with these fights at all. They're completely optional, but like all games, you get a pretty good reward if you fight Leviathan. But yeah, that kind of threw me off the first time that I fought this, but it's just like, wait, there's no music for this or anything like that. It's just you just kind of fight Leviathan, and that's it. So, see, I'm trying to find my notes on Leviathan here. See, Leviathan, yeah, has a single regular attack with Trident. Yeah, has Deep Sea Cyclone, which does 12,000 water damage to everyone. You can do Reactor Torpedo, which is 15,000 water damage on a target, and then Aurora Destruction, which is 15,000 on damage on all targets, which is pretty annoying. Leviathan has pretty high responsive rate, so there's a couple things you can do. You can do the typical armor down, speed down, hyper, shield down. I tend to do speed down because usually that's just enough for me to go first. Maybe a quick on Cecilia to guarantee she goes first, or at least goes high on this one. You definitely want to take advantage of having the love rune for healing purposes on this one. So, all right, for Rudy, we're going to keep doing Phaser. Jack, we cannot rely on Divide Shot on this one, unfortunately, because they're more resistant to it, so you're most likely going to lose on that one. So I would just stick with your highest attack, either be Magnum Fang, Cosmic Nova, or if you have his final sword art, which you get at the final dungeon there. And let's see. Yeah, Thunder Rings for our guys until... well, actually, for Rudy, probably... I'm trying to think if I want to... Phaser's probably just better overall. Jack, let's just physically attack with him. We want to try to get Cecilia slow down on her. Or the Golem. I just say her just because, I don't know. Okay, not a bad start. Please work first time. Thank you. Okay, so we at least know Jack's going to go first. At least, so he can either heal himself or whatever he needs to do. So let's go and, yeah, heal blade him. So we want to get, since we got speed on you, or since we got slow down on you, I'm going to start, let me go, actually, I'm going to go and get quick on Cecilia just to guarantee that she gets her turn faster. So that way I know I can heal before anything. And then, now I can put the Necronomicon on her instead. Oh, wow, I was going to use, whoops, I meant to use, Phaser instead. Actually, let's use Lock-On for Wild Bunch, why not? Jack. I want to build up his stuff there, so let's go, since we've already got, Quick, so she's going to definitely be going, so let's get Armor down on her. Yes, nice. Okay, yeah, we'll get Hyper on Jack next. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Nice isn't, that's annoying. Whew. Okay, so let's just keep going. Actually, let's go Phaser and maybe get nah, we'll just do Armor Lock again. You could do Protector for him. Oh, actually, I want to get oh, did I equip her with the? Okay, she'll heal him completely. Yeah, let's go with Armor Lock again. I was thinking about healing and then having her. Actually, I could heal with him and then cast Hyper on him. That way. Well, no. Now let's just get the damage in. Actually, you know what? I'll summon Guardian and then have her Hyper him. And then Ratini will completely heal us. Or at least it should heal us for most of our HP anyway. Really, it's the beginning of the battle that's always tough, is getting those stash afflictions ready to go. Oh, of course you're going to do that again. Ow. Alright, go with Phaser. Yeah, let's go with Magnum Fang, why not? And then we'll have to heal. You probably didn't need to use Quick on Cecilia. I just want to make sure she gets her turn first, so. Yeah, nice. At least doing a different ability. Oh yeah, I don't need to have the Thunder Ring on him anymore, so I could probably equip him with the Water Ring. Because I'm just going to be using his Aqua Ring, I mean. I'm just going to be using Phaser or Wild Bunch on him. Oh, she's almost got double cast. I'm just gonna heal him. Oh yeah, I could be having her cast Spark, but yeah. Because that would actually do quite a bit of damage with her Necronomicon and everything like that. I could be casting let's see, I'm trying. Well, anyway. Yeah, just heal again. Let's see, Spark, what was the other one I was trying to think of? Shield. Shield isn't as useful during this fight, and mainly because I'm faster than her now. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else. That's pretty much it. We've got this for the rest of the fight, so. I mean, it hurts. Yeah, see, the water rings wouldn't be bad defense. Like, you could equip everyone with water rings, wouldn't be bad either against her. But, oh yeah, let's go in Sonic Vision. Remedy. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I can't do max damage, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm disappointed there's no boss fight when you fight this guy. I don't know. Am I out of bullets? Nope, not quite. Actually, probably at this point, I actually probably equipped like a pouch or something like that so I can get some extra cash out of this. I could probably even go with since I'm not physically attacking with Jack, I could probably go with like force unit to get my things up faster. So almost out of that. Just yeah, Magnifang, and then heal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wasn't sure if I needed the goat doll. Really, I was just afraid if Cecilia didn't get slowed down. But if I didn't get slowed down, I thought about maybe just casting quick on her instead. But anyway, with that. Leviathan is dead. Ah, she twitched out. I almost thought about doing this after doing a bit of the final dungeon because of the reward you get for this. But we get the Pret-a-Porte. Pret-a-Pot? But anyway, what the Pret-a-Pot is, it's the best armor in the game for Cecilia. Yeah, look at that. Raises defense by quite a bit. Was it 65? By 65, and it raises her magic resistance by 220. Holy crap, she's never going to be hit by magic ever. Well, she's not max magic resistance, but still. Alright, so let's head back to Aldehyde, sleep, and fill up our everything. There it is. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, the reason I almost didn't want to fight these guys now is because we get her next equipment in the final dungeons, and then I want to be like, oh, you get this equipment, but then we get her final equipment. I'm like, but the thing is, if you've got the right strategies, you can fight the golems at lower levels and be fine. A lot of people, if you want to go through the final like optional bosses a lot easier, just get to 55th level or higher, and you'll probably have a really easy time of it. If you want a challenge, you do it under about 40th level. That's where you kind of go, okay, let's see if we can actually do this at this point. Alright, this next guy we're going to do is basically the same difficulty as Leviathan in terms of, like, if you get lucky at the beginning, you should be fine for the rest of the fight. If not, then it's could be a bit of a challenge there. So let me see. Do I need any? I think the goat dolls I've got are good enough. I think, because there is a chance I might get, killed off like at the beginning or whatever. So it's 6. What's my MP at, or money at? Might as well buy a couple more. Like I said, I kind of hate basing a lot of my strategies on just getting a bunch of goat dolls. Oops. Alright, so this one, we need to go to the desert. So, I forgot who tells you this specifically, but every encounter in the game has been talked about by someone specifically. Well, actually, I probably could go up this way. yeah, there's either one person or another mentions this somewhere along the line. So I like the fact that every optional encounter is talked about by someone. If you really talk to everyone in the game, you'll find out about it. Yeah, it's this big long stretch of desert you want to walk through. There are a couple enemies you can fight in here that you can't fight anywhere else that have some nice drops. Yeah, there's a sign over here. No littering. Old weapons and used golems must be disposed of properly. So that's a clue that there's something in here. Another clue that you can find. Whoops. You can't land in the sand, by the way. I like the fact that don't drop your used golems in here. It's like, I wonder what's in here. Alright. There's one enemy that actually has good ambrosia drops. You can get ambrosias from in this desert. If you don't want to mess with fighting the random enemies, I would just cast Invisible on yourself and just run through here over and over and over again. It's not these guys. Yeah, you can fight vampires, undead. Let me look up the enemy name again really quick. It's called... Where are you? It's kind of called like snake something. Oh no, shell sauruses. You can steal trickster ambrosias from them. That's probably the most effective way to get ambrosias, and that's the heal everyone item. So if you don't want to spend remedy all the time, or it's better than remedy because it heals you all completely. Yeah, you can fight a lot of random creatures in here. That's the only problem with trying to farm ambrosias, is trying to find them in this desert. Which is kind of annoying. Anyway, yeah, if you run just long enough on the desert ground, there's something approaching from under the ground. What is it? It's Graboids! No, that's the second game, actually. No, it's Barbados himself, the sand golem. So yeah, it looks like he's got a couple. This looks like a guy you should fight in Metal Max, or Metal Saga. Man, I need to record that one of those games one of these days. But anyway, Barbados, yeah, is the sand golem. He's got 42,500 HP. He drops 24,000 experience, 3,890 Gela. He drops a nice item. He is weak to Evil, weirdly enough. His basic attack does 1,000 damage. He can cast Acid Missile, which hits everyone for, I think it's like 500 damage. It's not a lot. It's more, actually, no, it's not even 500. Oh, no, it is 5. It's like less than 500, but it's more annoying than anything. That's the one you don't want to get hit. It's his other abilities that you don't want to get hit by on this guy. It is, let's see, sorry, I'm looking up my notes for all of his stuff. Let's see, he has Acid Missile, yeah, does 500 damage to all targets. Land Master, which is a strong physical attack on a single target. Geostorm does 15,000 earth damage to everyone. And he also has the linear rail cannon, which does 15,000 damage to all targets. So if you're not trying to physically attack him, I'd probably go with equipping earth rings to at least reduce some of the damage during this fight. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I tend to prefer equipping everyone with earth rings. Earth rings, except for Cecilia, I prefer giving her until we can get. I prefer giving her a goat doll, at least until we can slow him down. But yeah, standard strategy applies here. Yeah, Divide Shot is not suggested here because he's resistant to that. So Magnum Fang or whatever your strongest attack is. And then we want to try to get slow down because it's basically slow down. If you can get slow down on him, then that pretty much basically makes the battle, because then I can do better prep work for fighting him. So there, excellent. Okay, we should be faster than him at this point. Yeah, Phaser is gonna be your bread and butter for damage because of just its high hit percentile and stuff like that. Now we'll just keep going with the... Actually, let me go Cosmic Nova just to get some damage on him and not use up all my HP right now. Let's go to Remedy. It won't do as much damage, but better than nothing. Alright, I'll go quick with the Necronomicon now that I know that he's not going to die. Now that we're faster than him. Yeah, a lot of these bosses, if you can get... Well, maybe a good thing I did gave her a goat dog because of that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you can get... if slowdown was guaranteed, it'd be the most broken, like, ability in the game because of the... Because that's basically... It's all about speed. Actually, when you really think about it, any RPG, it's really all about speed. What I want to do are other abilities, but the game's not letting me do anything else. So I'm just trying to get damage on him until I can build up everything. Yeah, you can set for another attack if I really see. At this point, yeah, just leave the Geo ring on. Yeah, I really need to get hyper going, so I might do that next on Jack, so I can start using Magnum Fang, or equip him with the Evil Ring and attacking either one. Yeah, let's get hyper going so I can do some more damage to him. Yeah, after that we're pretty much gravy. So. I just need to get armor down. Actually, you know what I could have done? Now that I could survive, I probably could have given myself force units to get Cecilia's turn. This is a nothing burger. I could, let's see. Nah, let's just keep, let's start going Magnum Fang now. Rudy might get killed. I better heal. Yeah, it almost makes the fight a little bit more inconsequential when you're using the basic battle music on this thing. So, like, I feel like I'm not in danger for some weird reason, even though I could be. You know. So let's say that shouldn't be as bad. Cecilia, probably. Might go into heal blade him just so I can get try to get my dual cast. Actually, I just could heal with a dual cast. Because I'm trying to get his armor down. I've already got a... you know, yeah, let's just keep going Magnum Fang. So, yeah, dual cast, armor down, and then heal. Yeah, one of these fights to go even... Ah. Huh. I was supposed to be faster than him. I don't know why that... Okay, that threw me off. Interesting. Okay. That is weird. Okay, so I need to... Well, basically I need an Ambrosia. So, full revive and Ambrosia. That surprised me, actually. I don't know why he all of a sudden went first. Huh. Well, alright. I mean, I don't mind being surprised. Weird. Well, that's shocking. Maybe I should use a... I didn't even get to use my quick shot on him. Well, I don't have my other version, so yeah, let's get... Okay, well, let me cast quick on Cecilia then, I guess. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I don't know why he all of a sudden decided to go faster than me. Maybe he has some weird mechanic that I'm not aware of that, like, his stats go up if he's about to die. But I went before him. You know what? I bet, you know, I didn't really figure this out the first time because I don't remember this when I first recorded. I didn't put it in my notes. But I wonder if his line shot... His line rail shot raises his turn, because I think there are some abilities in this game that give like priority. I think I mentioned that there's abilities that give priority, and line rail shot seems to give priority, or at least it raises his response rate when it comes to activating. So it's probably what happened. I didn't even realize that was a feature, to tell you the truth. So let me, since I've got her, she should be faster now. It's because I used quick on him. He's still, because slowdown does not wear out over the game. So that just surprised me, that's all. Oh yeah, Jack did. Wait, no. Wait, no, Jack didn't die, did he? So why is his, Well, either way, we beat it. Yay! And we get Dist Dims for beating him. What's Dist Dims? Dist Dim these. No, never mind. Anyway, we get Dist Dims, which is the best wand in the game for Cecilia. Yeah, it doesn't really attack by that much. But yeah, it's her best best weapon in the game. Dist Dims, if you mystic it, let me pull up that. Dist Dims can cast Randomizer if used as a mystic item, which just does random magic effects. And then her armor, the Prêt-à-Porter, casts Regenerate on all allies if used as a mystic item. So that's actually not too bad in terms of you want some backup healing over the course of the battle. But all right, well that's it for that's not it for all the random encounters. However, I don't want to. Some of them require a bit more work, and I don't want to do that till we've actually gone through a couple other things first. But these are the more manageable ones. So off screen, I'm going to do the arena one more time to get a full Libra for everyone, just to have it in the first place. I don't think I'll do it multiple times because I don't want to be grinding the experience or anything like that. But now that we've found a couple of the golems and the arena has been defeated, Cod Dingle now what awaits us. Can we break in and survive? And who waits us at the guard station to prevent us from entering the final dungeon? Find out next time in the next episode of Wild Arms. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.